Clara Tûk, and there's been a long while that I didn't make a new video, so I'm making a new video. This is the comment for putting cheat codes on The Sims, and I made a ring with an old keyboard and also a necklace with the same keyboard that I took off the circuit, and some keys, and there's it. So how can I say, without things to do, so I'm doing any shit. I've cut my hair. If you know me and you see me frequently, you know that there's been like 2 months that I cut my hair, but if you don't know me, you only see me in my videos. You haven't seen it yet, and I've cut my hair. Now I look like Spock from Star Trek, right here, and I'm so fond of him. If you know me, you know how I love Spock as much as I love Frodo, or even more, because, I don't know, this is a photo novel of the episode Amok Time, which is one of my favorite episodes of the series. There's people talking in my home. You must have noticed that there's lots of people at home now talking. And I have a fish. What the fuck am I doing? So, this video is mostly to ask some frequently asked questions that people are making to me. Of course, if they wasn't asking, it wouldn't be frequently asked questions. So, here we go. First, lots of people keep asking me if my last name is really Tûk. No, it's not. No one is called Tûk unless you're a hobbit in Lord of the Rings, such as Peregrine Tûk, and there is the whole Tûk family, which would be like the most responsible and respectable hobbit would be the Baggins, and the Tûks would be a most unliked family of hobbits. They would be more like a worse kind of hobbit, which is the Tûks. And it was a joke with a friend of mine, because we were like so fond of Lord of the Rings and all, and we had a kind of strange love thing with Peregrine Tûk, or Pippin, if you prefer to call him Pippin. I don't know. I like the name Peregrine, but I don't know. Peregrine, Pippin, whatever. And we said like, we will marry him because he's so sexy and stuff. and then when it was happening, I had this joke with my friend. At the same time that Twilight Saga went out and was rocking around, and lots of girls was putting their nicknames on internet, stuff like their name and their last name, Cullen or Black or whatever. Like, and all the girls were like, oh my god, Edward Cullen. I hated Twilight because Twilight sucks. Twilight is so gay. Nothing up with the gays, but You must be very offended that they calling Twilight gay, because Twilight is like the worst book they ever created. I think that reading about the reproductive circle of the bacteria would be more interesting. Reading about black holes is more interesting than reading Twilight. Well, reading about black holes is pretty interesting. Reading about all this, such as the reproductive circle of bacteria, it's kinda interesting. I don't know. I think biology and physics are kinda interesting, but it's not the point. The point is that Twilight was trendy, and girls were putting their nicknames like their names and then Cullen or Black, and I thought of putting it Tûk because of Peregrine Tûk from Lord of the Rings. So there is Clara Tûk, and this is the explanation. So my last name is not Tûk. Other thing that people was asking me a lot: where did I buy my steampunk goggles? I didn't buy my steampunk goggles, okay? I made them. And then you must be thinking like, oh my god, how did you make it? Do you know what a spray can is? Of course you know. You must have seen a spray can out there they use to make graffiti. As you can see here, I make graffiti in my room because I don't want to get the risk of going on streets and being arrested, so I make it on my room. And then you like take off. First you must use the can until it gets empty, and then you use more like to neutralize the pressure of the gas that is inside of this, or it will explode. I don't know if it will explode, but I don't want to take this risk. So it's better if you neutralize the pressure. Then you cut. I've seen on the internet people cutting with the Swiss knife, but I have an electric little saw that I use to cut metal, like it's for cutting metal, and it's kind of better. Oh, my sister's here. Mas eu não posso falar agora, tá bom? Tá, então dá licença. My sister, then you cut like here, you take off this. You take off this part, cut it here, and then you cut here, and take just this part of the can, and you use it as the goggles. You have to use two, and you use as the goggles, and it gets pretty cute. Of course, you get lots of other things you can use, and it gets better. So let me see another question people are asking about my hair. They're asking how do I cut my hair in the back part. It's really easy. You get like, I don't know the name in English. It's like that stuff that you use to get your hair when you make a ponytail like this. And big apple. My sister is here. And then you make like a ponytail, but like this in here. You cut this part however you want, and then you cut it here, and it will get like, you got the hair, and then you cut this part in the ear bigger. No, cut more this part than this. This part must be bigger. Like you can see here on the Moi's picture. Well, he likes shaves this part, but he is a man, so he got this. Luísa, sai da frente, obrigada. He got like this part here, but I don't have, so I use my hair. And then you cut the band. Just you can use tape like this. Tape like this, and you put like here, and then you cut, and you get pretty straight. And this is how I cut my hair. What more? There's a lot of things people are asking. I didn't write down, so I'm trying to remember. Sorry, I'm pretty stupid, and I'm kind of noob when it comes to blogs and stuff. So this is why I'm bad at it. Sorry. Because I keep playing The Sims all day, so what to do? The Sims consume my life and my soul. And what's more? People say a lot about my drawings, that I draw so well. Thank you all. It's really thank you. I love drawing, and I draw like since I was a little kid. Like since I knew what was a paper and what was a pen or a pencil or whatever, I draw. So I draw for 17 years. No, a little less. I don't know. So I love to draw. And thank you for all that you say, all that you support me to do, because I like my drawing. And I think that's it. This video was not very good, but there was something. That pie thing was so much worse. That pie. Today my friend was telling me, like, you say, like, you don't celebrate a holiday. You just celebrate a holiday because you don't celebrate it at other days in the year. And she was like, oh my God, you don't say. Like, of course. And I don't know. I was making a new video for you guys about cartoons. For you that don't know, I love cartoons. I love cartoons more than films. So I was making a video about cartoons, but I was too lazy to edit it. So you will see it as soon as I not get lazy to do it. And that's it, I think. Today I'm kind of depressive too, so that's why I'm not too like, oh my God, like I always am. Today I'm kind of upset with society, because society is evil. People are so evil. Thank you. This is my sister. Oh, hello, it's a camera. She's my sister. So goodbye. Live long and prosper.